So welcome. This is one of a series, I think, and an interview with our people. And today I'm very fortunate that I have the pleasure of interviewing Sam and James. So before that, I did a little bit of research, and it was around their date of birth, really, in the years. And James was brought into this world in 1975.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. The year of Margaret Thatcher's win over Edward Heath, and which a lot of you won't remember, just the old ones. And Sam, 1995.
I'm not sure if that qualifies me as a millennial or not.
Wow, probably.
On
Youngster in my mind, yeah. So E17 were in the charts, Stay Another Day, we all remember that. I also have bought some age-related props. So here we have James Six's first
Is that actually mine?
mobile phone.
Wow.
The Nokia, I'm not
do
even sure
remember
what it
that one.
is. Yeah, it had a 5-year battery life. Whereas Sam is in the digital world, and
Can I do this?
of course you can. Yeah. It's a good
Different
phone.
contact.
Yeah, you probably have. Play Snake.
Brilliant.
So anyway, let's crack on with a few questions. So Sam, when and why did you join IPI?
I joined IPI at the end of last year, just before Christmas, so in the height of the sort of strong lockdown that we experienced for a few months. The reason why I joined IPI was I'd been in the industry for a couple of years, was looking for something new in terms of a new challenge and a slightly different angle in the way I would work with clients and within the market. And IPI gave a great opportunity to explore that. And I think as soon as I met a couple of the leadership team, yourself, Sat and the people team, quite quickly I saw myself fitting into the culture. So that's sort of why I joined the business.
Brilliant. And of course, recent win with People's Postcode Lottery.
Yep.
What a great start. So James, when and why? Well, I can answer that partly for you because
Do I not answer my own questions?
You
or
can, but I
or have you
recall the
pre-prepared
day.
a joke for this one?
No. Well, no. After you then. After you.
Why did I join IPI? I joined IPI because you told me to.
Yeah. I remember that.
And well, actually, so the company I joined was pre-IPI, was ML Voice. So you told me to come and join ML Voice, and then you told me that you and Jamie were setting up IPI, so you told me to join that. So I basically just do what I'm told by you.
Right. Yeah. That's I do remember.
And that was in 1999, I think, for ML Voice, and then 2001 for IPI, I guess.
And I do like to share the story of James. James started on a Monday, and HR in those days, they only did 3 things. They got you a mobile phone, a laptop, and a car. Yeah, mobile phone there. The only slight concern I had with James joining on the Monday is that he was taking his driving test on the Friday afternoon, and I think I called James to say, please pass your driving test because I will look like a complete idiot to HR if you don't. Of course, James did, as he was told. He passed his test.
Most nervous I've ever been.
Yeah.
Most nervous I've
Even
ever
more pressure.
Yeah.
And collected your Toyota RAV 4x4.
4x4, yeah.
Look at that, first car. So back in the 1999. Look it up, the young ones. So maybe a little bit more about yourselves in terms of outside work. What, Sam?
I'll let you go.
Oh,
Okay.
Age before.
Yes, go on. Age before beauty, as they say.
So I guess my 2 outside work main things are, number 1, I do a lot of meditating. I'm a meditation teacher. I took a year's sabbatical a couple of years ago, 5 months of which I spent on a mountain meditating with monks. And my more recent thing is I think I'm kind of becoming a tequila entrepreneur.
Okay.
And I spend a reasonable amount of time in Mexico, and I've discovered an amazing product that's been woefully under-marketed.
This isn't an advert, is it?
I'm not going to mention...
This is a product placement. We don't do that.
Can we get something across the screen?
I just get very
Logo.
excited when I start talking about it. So, so those are my 2 sort of main outside of work things.
Yeah, very different.
Good mix.
Thanks.
I'm a bit of a sport fanatic. I used to play a lot of sport. Big football fan. Liverpool football fan. I think there's quite a lot of United supporters in IPI, so a bit contentious.
Okay.
And I followed that into some sort of freelance work that I do in reporting on football games and different sports matches across the tiers of English football. So that's one of the things that has become a real hobby. So I can mix work and pleasure. It's quite nice.
Okay. And I know nothing about football, but are Liverpool better than West Ham?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
We'll get that. Let me make sure that's on the.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. No, very good, very good. This is all about people and our culture, and the business has come a long way in that respect in the last few years, really, which is absolutely brilliant. But James, could you define our culture in 3 words?
Yes, because I did this the other day. Inclusivity,
Yeah.
fun, and family.
Like it. Okay. Really good. Really good. So, Sam, going second, you may have chosen those same 3. I'm not sure, but
You hit one of the words, but I guess that's good for consistency, right? So I was going to say, inclusive, definitely. Progressive, so I think we're always doing exciting things, or always challenging ourselves. And I would say exceptional. It's a word we use a lot, but it sums us up quite well, sums up the people in our organisation as well.
Yeah, and I think it's just brilliant that we do this, and how I've seen, and you, James, I suppose, after 20 years, how we've seen the changes.
I might not have picked those same 3 words at every single stage along the 20-year evolution of IPI.
And I think communication, in terms of that's become a really big thing about what we do as a business.
I think it was probably there was probably a massive weakness beforehand. It was probably the first thing always cited, and it's gone completely the other way.
Yeah, it has. So, what does our purpose mean to you? And Sam, talk to you. And maybe why that's important. So, what does it mean to you, and why is it important?
So in terms of exceptional customer contact, I think it's important because you look at the word exceptional, it's about standing out, it's about being an exception to the norm, and being above that sort of satisfaction mark. So I think that's really important in everything we do, particularly when we're working with clients, but also internally. And I think that's helped build the culture that I love to come to work for every single day. So I think being exceptional is something that we all work towards and strive towards every single day. But I think the most important aspect of it for me is being able to do it consistently. I think that's what truly makes you an exceptional organisation, is if you can do it on repeat, both internally and externally.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, consistency hasn't always been, a major factor, but it certainly is now.
Yeah.
And in communication is a good example of that, isn't it? How we are now so consistently. COVID helped drive some of that, I suppose, with our weekly calls. But James, what about you?
I like exceptional customer contact because there's 2 tiers to it. So if we're giving exceptional customer contact to our customers, it enables them to give exceptional customer contact to theirs. And I saw that recently with the co-op, the COVID rapid response solution that we stood up, and the video that they did, and how they helped loads of vulnerable people at a really difficult time. And the video always makes me cry.
Tearjerker. It makes everyone cry, doesn't it? It is the best.
But that was us giving exceptional customer contact over years and years and years, in order to be in that position, for them to say, right, we've got a massive problem here, we need IPI. That's because we proved ourselves over and over the years. And so that exceptional customer contact and that build up of trust, and us having given evidence over many years that we could respond quickly for them, enabled them to give exceptional customer contact to their customers. So I like the 2-tier nature of the strap line. Do we call them strap lines? Yeah.
Yeah, we can call them that. Yeah. And I think for us, that's James's phone ringing. 01911 number, is that your?
They've been ringing me
is that
for
your
ages.
tequila distributor?
No, I have no idea who that is, but they never leave a message, so I'm never answering or calling back.
Okay, yeah. Just that exceptional piece, really, and the fact that we deliver it for our customers to their customers, I think just builds that strength in relationship and longevity. And it's great to think that we've got customers that have been with us for 20 plus years. You know, Knots Building Society and Dial of Light and so forth, co-op almost. So yeah, no, that's brilliant. So which of our values resonates most with you, and which of those values do you think? And I'll go, James.
I like the idea of we own it, and just kind of, whether that's an individual owning something or a team of people owning something. Sometimes dealing with the larger organisations, you sense people might just sort of fade into the background and hide behind process and never get things done. There's no hiding place within an organisation of IPI size, and so we own stuff, and I think, and I'm glad and happy to, because the communication is there, the recognition is there, and everyone's sort of pulling their weight. So yeah, I like we own it.
Yeah. And I like to think on that people, we had a business where not everyone was facing in the same direction. And I think everybody now, through that communication, through our purpose and our values, sort of understands their role in it, and how to help, really. But Sam, what about you? What resonates with you?
The one that resonates with me the most is probably we aim higher. It's you have to have that sort of consistency to James's point as well. So we need to own it, because in order to do that, we're all at a really consistent level, and then we can aim higher, and then we can go for bigger and better things, right? And I think one of the sort of most tangible things that I've seen around aiming higher recently is the best companies accreditation that we've got recently, because we all know internally how great the organisation is to work for, how fantastic the culture is, specifically, you know, where it's been challenged over the last couple of years nearly now, which is depressing to say. But I think, being able to aim higher in terms of getting that accreditation, and always thinking about what we're going to do next to build the organisation, both culturally, but also with our propositions to our clients as well.
Yeah.
So,
I'm really proud of the best companies to work. I think it's amazing, and we were so close, which means we've got a bit more to do, but we were so close to the 3 stars. So I love talking to people about that when they ask about IPI. And
it's brilliant.
We're 65th best company to work for. Surely you've heard of us. So as the old hand and the young hand,
take that.
James, any advice for Sam?
Was it your birthday last week?
It was my birthday last week. Yeah. I'm the even older hand. The ancient hand. But so thinking over all those 2 decades, any advice for Sam on what?
Good question. I don't think he needs any advice from me. I think he's come in and done an excellent job. So stay on the right side of Dave. He can be a nasty place to be. You're quite fortunate you don't have to work for him. But,
have you agreed to buy some tequila?
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no backhanders going on.
No,
here,
okay.
No, look, you're in the right place, and you've joined us at an amazing time of IPI's evolution. So it's just make the best of the opportunity, because I don't think you could be in a better place at the moment.
Right place, right time. And Sam, as the new kind of Love Island type.
on the record, not a fan of Love Island.
We can edit that. I'm forced to. I have to. Anyway, but yeah, as someone joining you, any advice for James and I really?
I don't think I can offer you guys any advice, but all I would
think
say,
you probably can. I think there's a lot you could help us with.
In my 3 years or whatever it is experience in the industry, I would say just stay agile, stay adaptable, always be open to new things, new ideas. I think, doing something for a long time, you can become quite comfortable, quite familiar with it. But if you're always open to new and exciting challenges, I think you're always going to hit that we aim higher piece as well. So, whether that means getting social media or watching Love Island, whatever it is, do something new and
Both would be new for me.
Only one for me, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a great answer. No, thanks, Sam. So I suppose 2 questions to go, really. So and I think we've covered some of this, but and I'll start with you, Sam. So what keeps you here at IPI?
The people, number one.
Right.
The people, 100%. Every interaction I have throughout the business, whether it be with the engineering team, with the project team, or with the senior leadership team, I come out of that interaction feeling good, which I think is really important when you spend a significant amount of your week with those people, and whether that be remote or in person. So that's one of the key things for me. And I think opportunity, there's always opportunities to do more, to do exceptional things in this organisation and in this business. We've got some great clients and we've got some great propositions in the market, so there's always fantastic, exciting things on the horizon. And I'd say finally, work ethic. I like to work hard, but equally you look at the people around you and you see that collective work ethic. That's something that gives me a bit of extra impetus to wake up and come to work every day.
Yeah, no, that's thank you. That's really good. Same question to you, James. Really, and I don't want you to answer because of me.
Unfinished business, maybe.
Yeah.
Just having devoted so much of my life, my entire career to it, I just couldn't conceive of thinking, oh no, I think I'll go and do something else now. I've been in it from the start and I'll be in it until the end. And yeah, we're on this amazing upward trajectory now. Why the hell would I jump off now? I could have jumped off a decade ago while we were down there. So it's just, I'll stay.
Yeah, I would answer in the same way, I think. Yeah, really. So last one then, for our viewers. So, most embarrassing kind of career moment, really. James?
Oh, hang on. I've got a few to sift through, probably.
I could probably help you out with
I
was going to say, Dave's probably got a couple in mind.
Well, I mean, was it 2 weeks into my ML voice career that I was coming to a party at your house and was supposed to be staying the night and got arrested and put in a police cell overnight.
Yeah.
And you had to come looking for me. That's not an ideal start to your working life.
It isn't great. What I particularly disliked about that whole situation was on the Saturday morning, and there's a knock at the door, and we've got like frosted glass, so I could see a day glow green jacket. Open the door and it's the police, and they asked me if I was aware that my son had been arrested and was being held in their cells. So I didn't mind James getting drunk. I didn't mind him getting arrested. It was my son. Hey, I'm the young gang. So okay, that's a fairly good one. Sam,
I've probably got more though.
I've got a few.
I probably should have borrowed one of yours. Mine's probably a lot more tame. I'm thinking back to my sort of first, not with IPI, but my first sort of customer presentation in the market. Geared myself up with all of my training, really excited to get out there and finally present. And I was travelling from Bracknell, so not far from here, up to Manchester to go to this client meeting. Good drive, 5 or so hours. Got there, briefcase, smart suit, ready to go, confident with what I was going to say. Walked into the offices, here for a meeting. We cancelled it 4 hours ago. So a little bit embarrassing, a little bit frustrating, but that wasn't great. I bigged myself up for it. It was really raring to go, and then had to sit on my own again and do a 4 or 5 hour drive back. Yeah.
But you weren't arrested?
I was not arrested, no.
All right, okay.
No.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Well, that brings it to a close. So I'm very grateful for both your time and your responses.
No, thank you.
Really enjoyed it. Yeah. So thanks very much, gents.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Thanks, David.
Yeah. We'll see if this goes viral.
I'm
Maybe.
sure it will.
Maybe.
Thank you for this as well.
You need the charger.
I've probably still got
Still
one.
got sin in
Do you
it.
know what though? I turned it on.
You were the first number ever in this.
I turned it on and it still got power. And literally, it probably hasn't been charged for 5 years.